Hello everybody, welcome to Snyder's Inc. And today, we got another life sentence reaction. This is 5 guilty teenage convicts reacting to life sentences. We're gonna get right into this. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, hit subscribe button, comment, thing down below. Let's go.
This is Shondell Jackson. He's in the Milwaukee County Courthouse at his sentencing for being convicted of murdering a university student. Reportedly, 18-year-old Jackson and his friend were hunting for victims when they saw Potter leave a bar. Nathan Potter, the 21-year-old victim, was a college student at the University of Wisconsin.
To think, I know I'm already pausing at 18 seconds in, but to think that someone would just go around the city just looking for a victim. Looking for a human whose life they can take, someone they can murder. To think that that's something people do is insane to me. Like, it's hard for me to fathom it.
In Milwaukee, they stalked him, accosted him, and demanded money. When Jackson learned that Potter didn't have any cash, Jackson shot him, which killed him.
That is ridiculous. So you plan to rob someone and you get mad because not everyone carries cash that they can just hand to you, so you get so mad you shoot them and kill them? That is insane. They would hate me. I'd be killed quickly. I don't have money. I don't carry cash on me. I've learned not to trust people that. I've had cash on me and then suddenly my cash goes missing. So, and this is when I was living with family and I don't do that now. No. I'm smaller than that.
Officials said Jackson fled to Mississippi the day after Potter's murder. Jackson's uncle reportedly tipped off the police on his whereabouts, where he was arrested. When he was on trial, you can see Jackson make gestures towards the victim's family. And when he was escorted out of the courtroom, you can see him smiling at the family. Now, moments before the...
That is a man who deserves... You ever seen brawls in prison? Or brawls in a court when someone tries to fight someone? He's one I kind of wish someone could get their hands on. He deserves to get beaten up. What an arrogant little fucker.
The sentencing, Jackson's mother told the court she first heard about the killing on TV.
When I saw it on the news, I even cried. I'm like, oh my God, I can't imagine what that mother is going through. I never had a clue that my child had anything to do with it. My son is not a monster. He is not a monster.
Jackson now...
To think in his head, imagine you are the parent of this guy, of Shondell. You look on the news and you find out that your son is being arrested for the murder of another person. You wouldn't be able to think straight. You wouldn't know how to think because you wouldn't want to believe it because you're your child and you wouldn't raise someone like that. You wouldn't think someone you raised in that would do such a thing, but then it's insane. That's all I say, it's fucking insane.
Apologizes for what he has done.
Apologize for my behaviors. Please don't take my life from me.
When the judge announced life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, Jackson has an outburst. As the deputies restrain Jackson, you can hear one of Jackson's family members scream to the victim's family. When Jackson is serving life in prison...
Every time, if I was in front of the family, and his family, I mean, if they just screamed, I hate you all, to the... I'd be like, you have nothing to fucking say. You have no right to hate them. They are suffering, not you. Your suffering is you're related to someone who took a life. And yeah, someone you love is going in the prison for life. Guess what? You can still go see them. You can go visit them. You know, they can't. You know how they go visit them? They go watch to a gravesite. That's how they go visit Potter. So shut the fuck up. They have no right to hate anyone.
Without parole, his friend pleaded guilty to acting as the lookout and was sentenced to 12 years in prison. This is Jennifer Mee. in the Pinellas County Justice Center. At 19 years old, she was arrested on charges of first-degree murder. But this wasn't the first time Mee grabbed the public's attention. When she was 15 years old, she gained international fame when she developed a case of uncontrollable hiccups. She was initially known as the Hiccup Girl, but that all ended when her hiccups were cured and the media had no more interest in her until she was arrested.
How do you go from a girl with a bunch of hiccups to someone who fucking commits murder? How?
Mee was accused of setting up a robbery with victims she had met online. She had reportedly recruited Lamont Newton, her boyfriend at the time, and another friend, LaRon Rayford, to help rob victims. Mee met up with a 22-year-old man she encountered online. She lured the man to a vacant home, and her two friends robbed and shot the man, which killed him. They got $50 for the robbery and murder. Mee, Rayford, and Newton all lived together and were arrested.
Why is it your goal to take a lap of someone you rob? Like, why rob and shoot them for no reason? Because it's going to come back to get you. They're not going to know. They're going to know. Stupid.
Within hours of the crime. When Mee had first gone arrested, she was in jail and she had a phone call with her mother where she admitted to her involvement, and the conversation ended up being recorded.
This call may be recorded or monitored. I have a free call from
Jen for me.
an inmate at Pinellas County Jail.
I got charged for murder in the first degree.
Charged for murder in the first degree?
Yes, sir.
What charges did who did you kill?
I didn't do nothing. I was just there at the wrong time, at the wrong place. Hello? Hi, Mama.
Hello, Jennifer. What's going on?
I'm in jail.
Why are you in jail?
From, murder in the first degree.
Who'd you kill?
I ain't killed nobody.
I would be... I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen, here's the thing, right? If you... The fact that the mom's react, because if someone goes, hey, I'm in jail for first degree, I'm like, no, you're not. Don't lie to me. You are not in jail for first degree murder. No, you're not, because my daughter wouldn't be shooting nobody, so you're lying to me. Say you're in jail for something else, but you're not in jail for that. But no, this mom was just like, okay, who'd you kill? Who'd you kill? I knew this was coming someday. I just wanted to know who life you took.
Because I set everything up. It all went wrong, Mama.
The jury returned a guilty verdict, and Mee was found guilty of first-degree murder.
Nope.
We, the jury, found the defendant was guilty of murder in the first degree as charged.
And now the judge will hand down the sentence.
Why don't you go to the podium, please? The jury having found you guilty of murder in the first degree, Miss Mee, I will adjudicate you guilty and sentence you to life in prison without parole. I'm ordering the 550 standard fine. You have 30 days to appeal. Okay?
Her co-defendants, Rayford and Newton, were also convicted of first-degree felony murder and were sentenced to life in prison.
I'm about to say, if you tell me she's the only one that got sentenced to life and she didn't actually kill me, I would have lost my mind. I would have lost my mind. Listen, I'm not saying she doesn't deserve it, but I'm about to say if the other two didn't get life in prison, I would have lost my mind.
This is Dylan Shoemaker.
Oh, I know this guy. Oh, I know this guy. This is the one that killed the baby. Because it was crying, and then he said that all he is young blonde. All he has to do is cry, and people will feel sorry for him. I remember this guy.
In a Buffalo, New York
This man deserved a life in prison, without doubt.
courthouse. He's at his sentencing after being convicted of second-degree murder. At age 16, Shoemaker was babysitting his girlfriend's child when she went to work that evening. He was inside a Springville home that he shared with his parents. Later that evening, Shoemaker beat the 23-month-old child, and a result of his
I'm okay. I have a question. I'm not even like this. I'm not criticizing anything, right? This is a fact check. How old was this girlfriend? Was the girlfriend 16? No, couldn't be. Had to be an older. Had to be dating an older woman. Cause no way. Cause a 16-year-old. If he's dating someone his age, 16, let's say 16, 17. The baby's 23 months old, right? Is that what I heard?
Later that evening, Shoemaker beat the 23-month-old child.
Almost 2 years old. So if she's 16, the girlfriend's 16, that means she was 14 as a child. If she has 17, she was 15 when she had this child. I need to know how old this girlfriend was. I'm not criticizing. I'm just curious myself now. Who was he dating?
And a result of his injuries, that young child died. Dylan Shoemaker would later be arrested and charged with the murder of the toddler along with child abuse charges.
Mind your own business.
Shoemaker was reportedly trying to get the child to stop crying, and he never wanted to hurt the child or for him to die. But the jurors didn't buy it, and Shoemaker was convicted of second-degree murder. Now, watch closely as Shoemaker enters the courtroom. Before he could even get set up behind the defense table, he starts crying and telling everyone how sorry he is.
I didn't mean to kill Austin. Actually, I really didn't. I really think I did that. I didn't mean to hurt him.
When Shoemaker was awaiting his
A 16-year-old knows not to beat up a child. I'm sorry. You have to be in some desperate situations for me to believe that you had no other option. You have to be in some desperate situation. I don't think you were. I just don't think you were.
trial, he had a phone call with his mother, and the conversation ended up being recorded. Now, listen to the judge on what Shoemaker said to his mother.
In a phone call to your mother from the holding center, you stated, and I got a quote from the court reporter, "I am a 16-year-old blonde. Probably all I have to do is cry in front of the jury, and they're going to feel sorry for me."
I can't take that.
My man, I got no sympathy for this guy. Once a child is the one that will hurt, I have no sympathy. Not one iota of sympathy for you. You do not deserve sympathy.
And what was done. I wish I could. I would give my life for Austin.
Shoemaker was later sentenced to the maximum punishment.
That you be sentenced to an indeterminate term of imprisonment, which will have a maximum of life. The court hereby imposes a minimum sentence of 25 years.
But that sentence was later modified to 18 years to life.
Can we just look at this judge? I'm sorry.
Later modified to 18 years to life.
Can we just look at this judge? Not this judge, this a lawyer. This lawyer looks like the Monopoly Man. Looks like an old version of a Monopoly Man. What the hell is this look of this guy?
This is Brandon Spencer in Los Angeles County Superior Court. He was charged with 4 counts of attempted murder.
I'm sorry for what happened, Your Honor, but he's life in prison.
On a Halloween night, 19-year-old Spencer attended a crowded party on the University of Southern California campus in Los Angeles. Suddenly, gunshots went off, and it was mayhem. Everyone scattered. Some ran in fear, and others hid. Reportedly, Spencer also ran, but he was stopped in a parking lot half a mile away, where he got picked up by the LAPD for questioning. A couple days later, he was charged with 4 counts of attempted murder. 4 people were injured, but fortunately, no one died.
That if you are so intent on killing someone that you're willing to shoot them and at the same time open fire into a crowd.
Prosecutors argued during the trial the shooting was a result of a feud between Spencer and a rival gang member, and that he was a documented, well-known gang member himself.
Not a bad person, but
Gang life is a life that usually ends with you 6 feet under. It's just the truth. Most gangs have that type of situation. I don't know how bad it is now, but back in the day, oh, you were lucky if you survived if you were in a gang. Especially Crips. He's in LA, and apparently I heard the word he's a Crips gang member is what I read. I saw on the text that, yeah, you go deal with some shit that you don't want to deal with there. Yeah, not my thing, no.
I made mistakes. But I'm not just some gangbanger that you tried to portray me as.
Spencer maintained his innocence throughout the trial, but the jury didn't agree. Nearly 50 family members and friends packed the courtroom. As the judge read the sentence,
what is it? I'm not even saying he's not innocent, because he's probably guilty. He is probably guilty. But what is it that makes them believe he is? Is it just because he's a gang member and he was there? Did they prove it was him that shot? Like, I'm just curious why they know for sure it's him. In a whole gang of people.
Sheriff deputies had to restrain Spencer as he banged his head on the defense table.
Penal Code Section 12022.53B, this is to be concurrent.
Reportedly, Brandon was sentenced to 40 years to life for 4 counts of attempted murder. This is Martise Fuller in Kenosha County, Wisconsin. On trial, he's accused of killing his ex-girlfriend and attempting to kill her mother. Reportedly, 15-year-old Martise Fuller broke into his ex-girlfriend's house armed with a handgun. When his ex-girlfriend was listening to music in her bedroom, she was shot and killed. After hearing gunshots, the mother emerged.
Well, you did it. You fully did. There was no way you're getting out of that one. That's probably the most guiltiest one yet. That's a guy who literally broke into a home. He wasn't even nearby. He's just not even nearby. No. You broke into the home with a gun and shot. You are definitely guilty. You are guilty as charged. As the ECW people say.
From her bedroom and came face to face with the shooter, and she was shot twice. The mother would survive the shooting and identify Martise Fuller to the police.
Oh yeah.
Fuller pleaded not guilty, but the jurors disagreed.
We, the jury, find that.
Of course you're gonna disagree. You can't. The mother. Listen. The mother is not going to say you are innocent, and not say you, and not gonna identify you if you did not do it. They ain't gonna do that. They gonna remember who did it. They sometimes misidentify people. That can happen. But I don't think you would in this case. I think she stood eye to eye, face to face with you. Right? It's not like it was in the darkness or anything like that. No. She was face to face in your own home. She knows who did it. Because if someone happened, if she happened to identify you in your ex-girlfriend's place when she's dead, the ex-girlfriend's dead, and you shot, she's happened to see someone who looked like you, come on.
Defendant guilty of first-degree intentional homicide.
After the jury found Fuller guilty on 3 counts, he showed what appeared to be emotion for the first time on trial. During Fuller's sentencing, he continued to maintain that he is innocent, and moments before he is sent to prison for the rest of his life, he put together a statement for the courtroom.
Judge, Mr. Fuller's prepared a statement that he asked that I read on his behalf.
Okay.
Martise writes, I wanted to write this giving my sincerest apologies to this family I once shared time and love with. Truthfully, I am sorry about the pain you've all suffered through, but more importantly, the loss of my ex-girlfriend Kaylee, that I loved too. But I have to continue to stand innocent because I am.
You are such a... You know what annoyed me about this too? Why can't you say this? It's not illegal for you. I've seen people read their own statements. Why can't you read this? Martise? Why can't you read this? Why do your lawyer need to read this? Because you can't say this with a straight face, can you? Because you know you're full of shit.
And I hope you all can eventually see in your hearts that I am not the person the media has made me out to be.
Now, the judge will deliver the sentence.
I don't have any ability to trust that you will never commit these acts again. So in the interest of protecting the public, acknowledging the seriousness of these acts, the court orders that on count 1, you are sentenced to life in prison without eligibility for extended supervision.
As Fuller is being sentenced to spend the rest of his life behind bars, it appears he's completely unfazed.
That is a man who has come to terms with what's coming his way. Ladies and gentlemen, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all for the next one.